live. Ready?
Yeah.
All right. Guys, tonight we have a jam-packed episode. We're going to be discussing break-ins. We're going to be discussing the FOMO of celebrations, and we're going to be discussing the hype that has to do with it. We have a pretty spicy episode today, right, Yizzy?
It's pretty hot, man.
It's
A
pretty
lot
hot.
has
It's
been
pretty
going
hot.
crazy. People stealing cows.
Cows.
Hide your grandmas. Hide your children.
That does not sound
Hide your
right. Do
wives.
not say that. Do not say that again. Do not. Well, welcome to the PokeTime podcast, guys. Tonight we have a pretty fire episode. Myself and Yizzy at the PokeTime podcast, we like to serve you up a cup of the hottest takes on what's going on in the Pokemon community. And we're just going to go ahead and jump right into it. Right, Yizzy? We're going to get right into it.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us a little bit about
Yes.
what's going on right now. Tell us some of the stuff that's been happening, and we can get right into it.
Man, people are going wild over this Pokemon
For no reason.
celebrations, and for no reason. We've got, on a real note, I was referring back to like that interview from the newscast where he was like, "Hide your kids, hide your wife," but
It's an old YouTube
no, there's
video,
stores
yeah.
getting broken in. Yeah, there's stores getting broken into. People are FOMOing. This is round 3 of this year of like inflated prices. Scared that they won't get products. People thinking it's stolen. Even rumors going on that this is only going to be one print. They're not going to reprint celebrations. Better get your hands on this. Drama in the community, talking about people inciting FOMO. And this is all and much more. This is all because of Pokemon 25th celebration.
And this is all
because of it.
This has all happened within the past 2 weeks, right? It's all
Probably a
happened
week,
in the
honestly.
past 2 weeks. That is absolutely insane.
Yeah. Like,
People,
man, I don't even know where to start. Where do you want to start with?
Let's go ahead and break it down, right? So, let's target this point by point, basically. Well, based off of what you've just said, right? Let's tackle the whole one print run thing. So myself and you, we've been around, 2 years now. We've been around for a while now, a little over 2 years for some of us.
Yeah.
Back when Hidden Fates was coming out, the rumor was it was gonna be a one print run, and guess what? It was tons and tons and tons of prints. People FOMO'd into that set very, very heavily, and very, very, very heavy, and it's not even funny. Now, let's use a little bit of logic, right? Pokemon is a company. The premise of a company is to make as much money as possible, right? Why would that? Well, not one set, but one print of anything. If it's a very successful a set that's supposed to come out, no company would put out just one print. They're gonna make out tons and tons and tons of prints. Like it would be out of their mind. Like they would be out of their mind if they're gonna do that. Ghost 8478. We're gonna be talking about our love life dating update after. We wanted to get right into the nitty gritty, but yes, the people really need to calm down. I was just talking to one of my friends the other day. They were like, "Oh no, this set is gonna be very, very short printed. It's gonna be very, very hard to get." And we're seeing like. Just today, Yizzy, I kid you not, I opened up YouTube, and I searched celebrations, and almost every title for celebrations, even yours actually popped up. Every single video that popped up, except yours, was talking about, this is going to be the hottest set of the year, and, it's going to be very short printed. No, guys, this set is going to be heavily printed. Printed. We're going to be receiving 25th anniversary products till next year and probably the year after. It would not surprise me.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, especially if the demand is there, They just dropped the whole statement out for Evolving Skies. If y'all look at PokeBeach, or Pokemon, tweeted out that, guys, we hear you. There are like Evolving Skies not reaching certain parts of the country. We have our printers at max capacity at the moment, and we are going to do our best to get these products. Because you remember back in earlier this year, you had a friend in Australia, how they were like, "Man, Pokemon Center can't even reach out to us." They have heard. They've
Yeah, they're
heard the
listening.
cries from the people from other countries, and they made a bold statement. We hear the people that are crying out to us from other countries that are unable to get out to this, and we are going to do our best to get out there. So, um, and you remember how beautiful this? You know what this set reminds me of? I was looking at some of the pictures on it
Yeah,
of the Pikachu EV Union boxes,
yeah.
and I was like, sheesh. And I was looking at some of the ETBs, and it kind of reminded me of Shining Fates when they had those like beautiful, beautiful boxes. No, Champions Path. Sorry, not Shining Fates.
Oh,
Champions Path when they had like the double boxes with the like chromatic effects.
yeah.
They had the Marnie exclusive box. They had the gym leaders, the Champions Path with the 8 badges. It just kind of reminds me of that. It has like that extra oomph to it, and they're beautiful boxes. But
Right.
to FOMO over these after, like, I don't know. I feel like we've learned our lessons, and I feel like Pokemon has
I,
learned their
I
lessons
I don't know,
after this.
man. It's the same people that fall for this. Don't like, this is no disrespect to the Pokemon company itself, but like, guys, this is the same gimmick that they use every single time. And Andy here, Tap Lab, he said that Pokemon leaks these products early on purpose. And let's go ahead and Yizzy on 3. We're gonna go ahead and put our conspiracy hat on. 1, 2, 3. We got a conspiracy hat on. Honestly, I believe that. I want to believe that. Like they've leaked out so much, and we don't really hear about the repercussions of these leaks, right? We never hear about it. It just happens, right? For all we know, during the Hidden Fates era, that Black Label Shining Charizard GX could have been, a ploy just to increase demand, or like with all the stuff that we've seen up to this point with market manipulation and so many different stuff. Like I wouldn't put it past anything. Like I wouldn't put it past anyone to do anything just to create demand or incite demand. But I'm gonna go ahead and take mine off. I want to hear what you have to say.
I don't think so. I would have to contradict what you have to
Okay, go
say,
ahead.
just because like why leak it per
To
se if
increase
you can
demand,
just
increase
well
FOMO.
why don't you just showcase it?
Because then it's not like oh hey, this is just what we have here.
Oh, so you're saying like it wasn't supposed to happen incites more FOMO into people
Of course,
than if they just
of
say like
course.
check this out, or like
Yeah,
give
of
you a
course.
little
I mean, like we've
hint,
known about celebrations for a while now. Like, how long have we seen that shiny Mew, that gold shiny Mew full art? Like, we've seen that for months now.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they have enough buzz around it and enough like influential people that they can send the product to leak it through them, aka Leonhardt or Real Breaking Nate, that they don't have to do that.
But that doesn't increase that FOMO there. Like, yeah, sure,
I
it's
think it
there.
does. People are
But
like
like,
drooling, like,
how do you do it
oh,
with
I
the
don't
core
want that.
Pokemon community? Like obviously Leonhardt's gonna put out stuff, and Nate's gonna put out stuff, and Danny's gonna put out stuff to where it reaches like the mass majority, right? But like to create this sort of cult like FOMO into something, you would do that within the Instagram side of the community. Like, hey, we're gonna let the shop have it early, Like we like, I'm not putting it past anyone or anything, I'm just looking at all the possibilities when it comes to all this stuff, but.
I'm gonna say no, just to
Okay.
be the
That's fair.
devil's advocate
That's fair.
against
That's
you.
fair. Now, moving on to the next bullet point that you kind of discussed, we're talking about card shops. We kind of touched on this. It might have been 2 weeks ago, where card shops are quote unquote trying to incite FOMO about specific products.
Did we start an hour early, Shiv? This is random, but
No, we didn't. We started at 9:30 Eastern.
oh, that's what it was.
Yeah,
I thought it was
yeah.
9:30 my time. Never mind.
Yeah, this is our official time. This is the official time, by the way, guys. We're gonna be starting at 9:30 Eastern, just so that way we beat out Rev's stream, and right when he ends, a lot of people can filter in for us.
Oh, did his end already?
I don't know. I haven't paid attention, but like in this case scenario, right? Like we're looking at a lot of card shops that are, they're inciting FOMO, and we can question a lot of the ethics behind it. Is that okay? Is it not? Are they just advertising the product just so that way they can increase sales for a lot of the products that they currently do have, or that they've been able to snag? I don't know. What are your thoughts on that?
On what part? The
The
giving retails, or what were you
No, no,
saying?
no, inciting FOMO. Like what card shops are pretty much doing is like, hey guys, you're gonna have to buy this set because it's gonna be the hottest product and it's gonna be hard to get. What do you have to say with card shops that are doing that?
It's wrong. I mean, that's I don't know. I think that was just like I don't know how to approach this without like being biased.
Go ahead, be
Um,
biased. Do it. You won't.
no, I won't. You're right. No. So
I'll do
like,
it.
I'm not. This is not pointing towards anybody.
Right, absolutely. I'm just saying in general. Like,
Of
what do you
course,
have to
there
say about
was
card shops
certain
that are inciting that
people,
FOMO?
certain car shops that did it. But for people that not saying this person did it or this person didn't do it,
Mm.
but if you are telling people to get it right now, you're not. If you want your hands on it right now, and if you can't get it right now, you're not gonna have it. So you better buy it from me or someone else right now. Like, nah, dude. Like, and don't and then like let's say like they it's a win-win situation for them. They're like, let's say they didn't get it right. It was like, well, you didn't get it, I told you. But if something got it, then they'll say like, oh well, a reprint, duh, guys, come on. So it's like it's a weird sticky situation. With without a doubt, I wouldn't incite FOMO, but definitely go over the facts with them.
Yeah, so
uh,
like for us, like for those of you guys who are watching in here, our 12 viewers right now, or 13 viewers right now, we're always going to say, guys, be patient and wait things out, right? Like I think a lot of people are more willing to willing to pay more money to get the product right off the bat.
Yes. Okay, that's a good point. I like that. I like that angle. You are paying a little small premium to get it
I call
on
it a
release.
convenience charge fee.
And yes, and you should that's what it should be. Not because this is the price and this is our work and this is what it is. Like if you're well informed of that information, of that's what you're really paying for, then by all means, I reserved the box for $80. I overpaid by $20, okay? And I know that. But I'm not gonna let someone incite FOMO in me to say, like, well, if you don't pay this $60 box, if you don't pay $80 now, you ain't gonna get it. And if you don't get it, don't say I didn't warn you. Like that's wrong in my opinion.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
mean, like
like,
we're always good to say. Like I know everyone here, they can fact check us. We're always here to say, guys, don't FOMO into a modern product, right? We know this is gonna be overprinted. We know it is.
but I'm not against the prices. Let's
Right,
get that
right,
straight.
right, right. Like
I
the like I,
understand the pricing
that
in
that
general.
comes down to the individual itself, right? Like,
Yeah.
hey, I have an understanding that this is the premium that I'm gonna have to pay when it comes to getting this product early, so I'm going to go ahead and buy it now for this price, right? Versus having to pay MSRP in the future. Now, I will say this. I think it is wrong for shops to pay above MSRP if they're actually given that MSRP from the actual distributors, because I know for a fact, and I have my sources, this set
Mm,
is going to be heavily printed. So for
mm,
anyone to pay for any shop to quote unquote charge above MSRP, like
mm,
severely above MSRP, I can understand that little bit above, like, hey, we're a shop, we have to pay our employees, yada yada this, yada yada that. I
mhm,
can understand
mhm,
that, but like if you're paying
mhm,
if you're charging 4x, 5x, like not
mhm.
or 100x, like that's a lot. I think that's highway robbery in my honest opinion. But I'm not going to fault anyone for going out of their way to pay that to be able to get that product immediately, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. People said, Yizzy, no, I'm supporting my card shop. Like I know what they did to get into it.
Yeah.
Like I remember they only got one case of or like two or three cases of Evolving Skies. They didn't even get a lot. So it's like I'm not tripping over $20 to be honest. Like they've been open since 1962 or something like
That's
that. Like
impressive for a card shop.
I don't know.
That's
They don't get
impressive.
big allocations, so it's
No,
like
that's
it is
still
what it is.
very much impressive though. Like considering a card shop being around that long, that's very impressive.
Yeah, so I'm not too worried about it.
Most
Like
most card
they've
shops
helped me.
died in the late 90s and early 2000s.
It kind of goes to like them supporting me, right? Like they're being convenience from that end. Um like other like why people buy into box breaks and pay a
Mm.
little bit more. That's kind of
I like
somewhat
to
how I
think of
look
like
at
card shops like a small family, like a band of misfits, like yeah, where else in your town, where else are you gonna go locally just to hang out with people that kind of have like the same sort of passion around
Yeah,
cardboard?
where do you want to go? I want to go to Prodigy Gaming's, you know?
Prodigy
It's
Games,
like
yeah.
I'm not gonna go to your house, or you're not. They host trade events. I'm not gonna go to your house. You're not gonna go to my house. I don't know if I want to do that. Like, we're not gonna go to a bar and like start playing Pokemon cards, but we go to this game shop, you know.
That's not a bad
And they're
idea. A
not
bar
charging.
slash
They're
card
not.
shop.
Yeah, they're not charging. No, they get wet all the time. Imagine how many like Charizards
Hey,
and
who
Blastoises
cares?
and Eevees and what else?
That's why you don't bring
Rayquazas.
it. That's why you don't bring your expensive stuff.
Man, I want to bring it all, bro. No, I'm just
You
kidding.
want to flex like I do to every event.
No, I'm scared, dude. Every time you bring that thing around or anywhere, I'm like, no, I'm not about to bring like
I'm actually
over
downgrading
five
it to
feet.
a smaller case, so I'll be bringing that to Vegas. But that's just
Ooh,
only because James Kennedy told me to bring the heat. So I said, okay, cool.
ooh, ooh.
But next bullet point, we also discussed we touched on it a little bit, but let's go ahead and discuss the whole card shop that got broken into. We're not gonna name the name of the card shop. At the
Why
end of the
not?
day, because I don't think it's pertinent. I think any card shop is able to be broken into. I think any card shop can get product. We don't know how they got product. I think at the end of the day, we don't know all the information. So like I'm just gonna base it off of what we see and what we know. So in this case scenario, we saw a card shop that got broken into. I will say it's unfortunate to get broken into. I'm not gonna say it is karma and it's not karma. At the end of the day, they're a business that got broken into. If they got product and they were pushing out product after street date, that's on them. They have to face the repercussions from the Pokemon company or the distributor, whatever legal issues they have to face. I think that's gonna happen to them. It may or may not happen. We don't know. But I will just say that it's unfortunate they got broken into. But when it comes to selling product after before street date, I think that's false. I don't think that's acceptable. And from what I've heard, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. Anyone here in the chat can correct me if I'm wrong. Apparently, they were selling packs on Whatnot, and they were basically selling the ETBs for the total price of $250, which is outrageous.
300.
300. Wow. But again, can you fault the people buying into it? Like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. And then this goes even further. Like, we can, before I get you on and get your opinion on it, we definitely do need to discuss CGC's label of the inadvertent early release on cards for stolen, quote unquote, stolen cards. So I want to go ahead and get into it with you. What are your thoughts on the whole shop selling things, getting broken into, all of this? Like, I want to know what your thoughts are, and then we'll tackle the whole CGC thing.
So under my impression at first, I know people get products early. I've never heard someone get like 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Products worth of 3 weeks. Or what am I saying? Getting the products 3 weeks early. I've never heard of that. And it could only lead to like, does he have certain connections with his distribution?
Possibly.
Did somebody walk in and like was like, yo, I have these, would you like to buy them? And he bought them. But then as a card owner, why would you buy a set that you got allocation towards anyway?
Yeah.
So no, this is not, Mason did not, no, this is not his. So it's like, in terms of selling it, so the rule behind that is I've actually know a distributor that actually did a break on the set. I think it was a week before release date, but the rules that he had between him and the distributor was that he was unable to ship these products out until release date. So he was able to break the products in front of his viewers via YouTube or whatever platform he chose.
Yeah.
So that was the rule behind it. What he did is like 3 weeks early, I'm gonna ship it out the next day. Like, so he was 100% wrong. And as far as should we fault are we putting too much fault on the shop and not enough on the buyer? I mean, it goes hand in hand, right? If the shop didn't sell it, the buyer wouldn't be able to buy it. So it starts somewhere. But again, you can look at the other way. If the buyer puts it out there and nobody buys it, then I don't know.
Yeah, no, I will say that. So, what Barksy said, it brought up a good point. Risking your relationship with the Pokemon Company International by selling sets early is so dumb, but it leads to the other workaround, right? Do we know that they got their product direct from distribution, or they did their workaround through it, or or is this like any other card shop that buys other product off of other people just to put on their shelves and just to rip and open? That's something
This is
that's something that I also want to like consider, because like we don't know if that's the case either. And they got broken into, but we don't know if they're like, do we know for certain that their celebrations product got stolen? Because like if that's the case, there's a lot of graded cards that were right there in the front that were not stolen. So like I don't know.
to me, I give so much credit to card shop owners, but in this instant, it's like I lose like any type of credibility. It's like that one day you realize teachers are all not that big and bad anymore. When you grow up at like coming from high school to college or whatever, you're like, wow, like my friends are teachers now. So
Yeah.
it leads me to believe like are card shoppers really that smart? Like if I was a card shop owner and I know like the hoops you have to get to even get your license right now, why would you just throw it away? Why wouldn't you cover your grounds on each base to base set,
That's true too.
especially with Pokemon? It's your job. Like, why would you not be like, why would you not think twice before saying like, let's say somebody approached him with all these products. Like,
Mhm.
why wouldn't you just be like, should I contact my distribution, see if this is even legal? You know,
It could
like especially when there's guidelines and license and distribution relationships that you have with people.
Mhm.
It just
and
doesn't make any sense.
it could very much be just like a hate crime, you know, like someone could just easily threw like a brick through a new card shop just through a window, and that's it. You know, nothing was stolen, nothing was touched. That could really be it. You know, like their alarm system could have went off and they got there almost immediately. We don't know all these things, and I think that's something that we have to really wait on. There's just a lot to this story that's missing a lot of important pieces of
No,
information.
on the Whatnot Live, I jumped in. There was like over 100 people there.
Really?
And like, yes, there was all hate. Like this guy was just hating. Like he was getting hated on like left and right.
It
I
doesn't
would
surprise me
say
now.
I would say 99 no, I would say 90% of the people were like just bashing this dude, while like the other 10% were buying.
Or like a lot of the people that were bashing, they were also secretly buying, because we all know how
No, you
collectors.
know who's buying though. Like
Yeah, but like
based on the comments.
there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that have access to this guy's Instagram account. They could have easily just privately hit him up and bought product. Like you don't know that.
Oh yeah. But then I don't know. It's crazy though. Like people, I'm talking about for like the people that are buying packs
Now
on
I
there.
will say this. I will say this. Do you? I think the biggest issue with all of this, it comes all the way. It comes down to one thing. I think it's greed, right? Because it's like, why would you necessarily want to have this product before Street Date when you know this product's gonna come out eventually, right? Like everyone is going to have a chance at this. Like, do people just want these cards just to put up on their Instagram for the flex? Like, is that what it is? Is it greed? Is it wanting to be able to have these cards and sell it? Now, before I let you speak, I had someone who actually reached out to me with a 25th anniversary Blastoise, right? That and you know, basically she said that, hey, I was gifted this card, and this card came from the Gary's Pokemart break. And I'm like, wow. And I didn't. This is like before they actually got broken into. And
Oh, so he sent it out.
I kid you not, she basically said, hey, can we go ahead and get this sent off to CGC so that way we get the inadvertently early release? And I'm like, early release label. And I'm like, why would you want that? She said, don't you? Isn't like those labels worth a lot more? And I'm like, is the narrative changing to where the inadvertent early release label on these CGC cards are worth way more than the actual version? Like, to me, that makes no sense. It's the same card.
There's an inadvertent early release label.
Yes, so with CGC, anytime a card is being sent off to CGC before the actual release, they get the little, like, you know how like with Logan Paul's stream, they got the Logan Paul's box break? The same thing applies. They get that inadvertent early release label to it. And I don't know what Pokemon does when it comes to that. I don't know what happens to those cards. I don't know about you guys, but I personally have never seen one up for sale on eBay or anything of the sort. Like, my biggest thing is like, why would anyone want to have that label? Because for all we know, it's stolen. Like, I don't care if you got the card, whether it's like a gift or not, but like, how could you want to have something that's stolen, right? I don't know.
No, people eat that up, man. But it's kind of messed up.
It's
CGC.
crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Just
So
make
like,
it normal. Like it's going like the top of my head is like somebody's going to pay for it. Like
My
it's
biggest thing,
history, bro.
my biggest thing, like you know, my buddy Alex Hodges said it's a genius idea from CGC's perspective because it
Oh,
sort
it's
of
great.
he said it not what's the word, it doesn't commemorate, but like it puts it down in the system where like it says in this point of history this is where the card was logged into. And like my biggest thing is like, why not just like hold the card until like if someone sends you a quote unquote stolen card, why not just hold the card at your grading facility until release and then just grade it as like a normal card? I don't understand.
No, because it's buying into the it's buying into the whole narrative of FOMO and all this stuff, man.
But I don't know. We might have to have Alex come
It's
on
a
the
big
podcast
it's a
in the
big brand
future
move
about
for
it.
the company. It's genius by the company. Then it just adds more recognition to them. Somebody posted it. People are going to talk about it. We're talking about it. If someone posts over $50,000, all the guys are going to
I
talk
mean,
about it.
no one was batting an eye at Beckett when they were just recently grading FPO cards. We all know those are technically stolen cards. I mean, PSA used to grade them, but they stopped grading them after they got wind of information like years and years ago that they were actually stolen. So PSA doesn't grade them anymore, but Beckett does. But no one's giving Beckett crap for essentially grading stolen cards. So who knows? Like I wonder if like Beckett, if someone were to send these cards out to Beckett, would Beckett actually grade them in that particular manner? But yeah, that's I think we covered all the information that we needed to. What are your whole thoughts behind the whole aspect of celebrations? Like we know that celebrations is this cause, quote unquote, but the effect is good and bad in the sense of the fact that we're getting a lot of negatives and we're seeing a lot of negatives. I don't think we're seeing a whole lot of good yet, but maybe if we focus on what it could potentially bring and what it could potentially offer to like the whole community as a whole, like it's a celebration at the end of the day. Maybe we could see the positives behind it, but as of right now, the negatives are so blaring and it's always in front of us at all times. So like, what are your whole thoughts to kind of conclude that whole aspect of celebrations as a whole?
I think you bring a good point too, as far as like the positives are soon to come. Like once it comes, it's gonna be all positives. Pokemon's be like, look, we printed a buttload for y'all. There's gonna be Charizards left and right with the 25th, Blastoise, Venusaurs. The set is 50 cards, guys. Like
Right.
people are. This is a celebratory event where they're gonna try to get these cards into collectors and hold in their hands, you know?
Yeah.
So that's mine. And then people are going to be happy. I'm going to have a whole binder, 9 pages, or not 9 pages, 9 slots full of Charizards.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
mean, you know, lately I've been on Twitter, and you know, the overall consensus is that you know, Pokemon is this sort of toxic community, and you know, in my honest opinion, if you're like feeding into it, or if you're like purposely looking for this sort of quote unquote toxic community, then that's all you're gonna see, right? Like for me as a whole, I just pay attention to my friends in the Pokemon community. I pay attention to the kind people that are supportive of our content, and you know, the friends of the Poke Tea Time podcast channel, like just people who like normally talk to us on a regular basis. Like I feed into that, so I don't really see this sort of toxic side of the community unless it's like very very apparent. Like I think people really need to have like this sort of mental shift towards the hobby as a whole, because it's like people are like, oh, you know, the Instagram community is so toxic, and I don't think that's the case. I think I think if that's what you're feeding into, then social media as a social media platform, it's gonna make you see that more often, right? Like just follow the people that you want to follow. Don't follow people you don't want to follow, and I think you're good. If you don't want to see celebrations early, if you don't want to see Charizards on your page all day every day, then you don't have to see it. You can put them on mute. Do whatever you need to, right? I think at that point, I think there needs to be some sort of mental shift. I think we need to stop blaming, I think we need to stop being upset about everything. I'm not saying don't criticize something or don't complain. I think if you're going to complain about something, or if you're going to criticize something, I think there needs to be a level of action, right? Don't just sit there and complain all day, because it's not going to bring about anything.
I don't even know about that. I think we should stick to the narrative, kind of like what you were saying about like a mental shift, and everything else will follow suit. Like as far as like reaction to certain things or actions without taking place, I think you're on the right track as far as a mental shift because I have been talking to Shiv and he's kind of like corrected some of the ways he's been thinking and how he's going to collect and how he's going to interact and kind of feed into the community. So
Yeah.
I like that. I like that part. Like I've cut a couple people off. I've seen a big shift in like, and this is just like offset, but like I unfollow like a bunch of people. Every time I see something negative, it's just unfollow. It was an easy unfollow. Like, oh, this guy
Honestly,
sucks.
sometimes for me, I just look at it and I laugh, and then I show my friends, and that's it.
I don't even do that. It's just
I do
like,
it.
and then like this past month or two has been like clean. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like
Like it's been
Shiv
awesome
is
for
the
me.
one really, and everybody else telling me about this. I have no idea. It's just like normal stuff on mine. Like, hey, this is what I did. I got this for my collection. Like, I made this trade. Da 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 da. Like, that's great.
Yeah, no, like
Who's
I've
selling on Yizzy's end?
I've just been kind of coasting. I've been chilling, you know. Lately, I've been doing a lot of consignments. You know, just doing a bunch of different stuff to keep myself more busy and just keep myself more involved with the hobby.
Mm.
Cause
Ooh,
it's so
legendary
easy.
collection.
It's so easy to get like lost in certain things. But like I was like, you know what? Like I love grading people's cards. I love providing like this level of service to people. And like now that I have my grading service back open and I offer even more services across the board as well as doing consignments now, like that's the best part about everything. But yeah, like what kind of different projects do you have
Mm.
going on right now? Spill the deets.
I mean, no, I'm mainly more on the vintage side, like vintage packs or
Ooh.
whatever made EX packs. So
Outside of that,
trying
like, what are you working on? Any particular projects? What do you like? Do you have anything up and coming for your YouTube channel? Like, what's that like? I know a lot of us were invested back when we got reinvested back when you came out with your story about getting burnt out, and I know you're on the upward trend with working on different kind of unique projects. So, kind of give everyone here a timeline as to what's happening, and
Oh,
we'll shift that up, and then we'll kind of
shameless
hold you
plug.
accountable for it.
Oh, okay. I see where you're going. Yeah, yeah. So like I've been coming back. It's been going great. Like I knew I was gonna start like zero. Like I literally expected like 10 people to watch it. Like I was like, it's 10 people. But views are like what I expect, actually more than what I expected. I've been talking about celebrations. I've been doing reviews on certain cases on what you should like protect your ETBs or Japanese cards or I mean Japanese booster boxes. I'm about to do a review on something called Cards and Kittens grading set and then the difference between top loaders and card savers and pros and cons actually. There's something that y'all didn't know that I didn't know, but if you have a card saver,
Is this
um
fact
there
though?
this is just a random fact. It's very thin, but
Is it
when you have
true?
a top yeah, yeah, so when you have a top loader, you see there's like DV like it's a little bit wider. There's like less than a millimeter, but dust can actually get in and it can actually hurt your cards like sometimes.
Yeah,
Less than more, of course,
that's why
not to
I'm like
scare
so
everybody.
that's why I'm so like hey guys, I just want my cards and card savers.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do a breakdown between card savers and top loaders and pros and cons and why you should use one or the other.
Tell them the timeline
Then
about the
I'm going
Bachelorette,
to.
because
Dang,
that's what
I'm getting there. I'm getting there,
everyone wants to
Shiv.
know
All
this,
right.
man.
So
Everyone wants
once
to
I
know this.
build up most of like what I've been doing, try to add
Okay.
value to like collecting and what you may be, I'm gonna start diving deeper into the entertainment side, which is the PokeTuber Bachelorette. I'm very timid because this is like a project that like I have a really high hopes for. That's why I haven't been like jumping in
Dude,
on it.
honestly,
But
I think everyone in here can pretty much agree that this is gonna be pure entertainment. I think this is the side of Pokemon
yeah,
that people
yeah,
want to have, but they just can't watch it. Like there's so much Pokemon content in the sense of like opening pack, and I'm not gonna hate on anyone that opens packs. You know that side is definitely saturated. So like
yes,
anytime you can
it's
bring in a
coming,
certain level
Shiv.
of creativity.
I want to try to do it before Vegas, which would be really really sweet.
Yeah.
But we'll see, we'll see, we'll see.
I mean,
Uh,
so for those guys who do not know, the Poke Bachelorette is
Claire,
Claire's
Claire's
lair.
lair.
Yeah, yeah. So
Um,
you know, I sent a couple of different mock-ups for Yizzy to potentially use. Who knows, like for promotion on Instagram or
Yeah,
his stories, and
I'm gonna try to get that out. I'm gonna try to get that out soon. I just
yeah,
want to
yeah.
execute it right. I gotta make sure I know how to do the Discord site, and I gotta find contestants.
You can say
So
we're capitalizing on the simping behavior of the Pokemon community.
yeah, I need to cast 6 people. So no,
Yeah, I mean, if you want to be part of it, shoot your shot with an application to Yizzy, and then we can go from there. I think that's the way you should do it, like an actual application process. I think that would actually make it more enticing, and I think that would be like really really cool to see.
yeah. First, PokeTuber Bachelorette. If you want to send in your application and be part of the show, send it in. Easy
Absolutely.
Pokemon.
Absolutely. So, moving away from Yizzy's projects, we're gonna move over to the Poke Tea Time projects. We got the Vegas show coming up, and it's not really a show. It's
Oh, plug
actually
in sponsors right here, and then we'll do it one more time at the end.
we're gonna go ahead and plug in the sponsors right now.
Now and then the end. It's like halfway through.
Oh, okay. Guys, we're going to go ahead and talk about our amazing sponsors. We got TCG Stadium, Prodigy Games, local card shop in Florida, and we have the Pokemon Network. So, starting with Pokemon Network is your go-to one-stop and shop to find anything. Literally modern all the way up to the most high-end products that you have. If you're wanting something in particular, you can reach out to me, or you can follow the Pokemon Network Instagram account and go from there. But usually, Pokemon Network is relatively busy. You can reach out to me, and I can help you out with that because I do my consignment services with that as well. Prodigy Games is a local card shop in Florida, and they literally have everything. I kid you not. Any TCG you could possibly name, they have it. They have a lot of competitive players there. Some of which actually compete at Worlds. Like they're good, like they're top notch. And honestly, like if you love playing any sort of TCG, I know a lot of their employees, they can help you out with that. They have a pure love and pure passion when it comes to TCG play, competitive play, or if you're just looking for something to collect, they're absolutely fantastic about providing that sort of service for you. They're available on Instagram, they're available on TikTok, and they have their own website. TCG Stadium is a online card shop based in Nashville. Right now, they are working on a brick and mortar at the moment. So big news to come. They just had their first edition Fossil box giveaway, and that was pretty big. We can't hear you, Izzy. We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Oh,
There we
guys, we got 24 people in here. Go ahead and smash that like. We would appreciate it so much. It does help us out.
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
But pretty much after that, that's pretty much it. We got Polish Rob in the house. Welcome, Polish Rob. Welcome everyone to the PokeTV podcast. Make sure you hit that like. We appreciate it. But yeah, since we covered all of our sponsors, by the way, if you go on Prodigy Games right now, you can use code NotShivsDiscount to be able to get a discount on anything that you're wanting to get, and you can go from there. We have the Vegas trip coming up. What do you think?
Ooh, Vegas. So we were gonna be doing a vlog for y'all for the Aoki box break Save the World. It's invite only, right?
Yeah,
Correct?
yeah. So
Invite only. So we're gonna try to give the Poke Tea Time family some insight on like kind of what this trip may be like. So
yeah.
Stay tuned for an exclusive video on that for our Patreon. No, I'm just kidding.
Old Shivan would have said dislike. Yes, guys, I want to see 24 dislikes right now. And then after that, I want to see all those dislikes go back to likes. But no, this trip is going to be absolutely amazing. I think Yizzy and I, and if you guys want to like, if you guys want to have like, if you guys have any particular ideas as to what you guys want to see, let us know. Like we definitely feed off of your creativity. Like I know Kitamori is like, hey, we definitely want to see like more outside of convention vlog style content, and that's sort of what we're trying to aim for, because I know a lot of people see like conventions, but they don't see what happens after the conventions. I think a lot of collectors and a lot of people can go to these events. They want to live vicariously through us, and it gives them like some sort of motivation in the future if they want to be part of this sort of thing.
It's not easy shooting these vlogs, man. It's really not.
No, it's not. I still have video footage on my camera.
It's so hard to edit, man. It's harder to edit than any video. I give respect to those people.
Yeah, like I give so much like respect towards like David Dobrik and how he does things, like how it's quick pace, like you're glued in. Like that's like my sort of inspiration as to how I want to do stuff with the Pokemon community as a whole when it comes to vlogs. So
And the
What's gonna
lighting's
happen?
always different too. Like
Yeah,
you can't
yeah.
stick to just one lighting
Yeah, and
setting.
myself and Yizzy, what we're gonna do is that we're gonna shoot two like POVs of like vlogs, and then we're gonna like kind of come together, and we're gonna put it onto the actual Poke Tea Time podcast channel for you guys. So I think that's gonna be pretty cool. We're gonna definitely be there. We're gonna try and open stuff with people. I know we're gonna have James Kennedy, actor from the Vanderpump Rules show. So I know a lot of you that do have spouses or girlfriends. They're very aware of the show called Vanderpump Rules. They love that show. It's a pretty cool show, I guess. I've never watched it, but I'm very supportive of James Kennedy and his fiance on that show. So, while you were talking, I just got a match on Bumble, and she fine. Are you guys gonna party in
Sorry, I
Vegas?
wasn't listening to you. What'd you say?
Are you guys going to party in Vegas? Possibly. There's like
There's
this
a pre-game
pre-invite
party on
party.
Friday.
Yes, I had to change my flight. That was an expensive change of
Yo,
flight.
can we talk about this sick fade though, son? Oh my gosh. Look at this, bro.
You know you're gonna have to get one like right before we leave, right? Another haircut.
Bro, it's fade too sick, dude. My barber outdone himself this time.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I already have my barber shop appointment ready to go before, like 2 days before I fly out. So
I'll get it done. It's okay. Support the homie.
yeah.
Yizzy's face. Sheesh.
So you wanna tell them
Yo,
about
let's
our
talk
bet?
about that bet we have.
Okay.
Shiv has said I haven't been working out. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking a little weak over here with my
He's
little
looking
skinny arms.
chunky, bro. He's looking chunky. Look at that. Look at that. If you jiggle this, that's all chunk.
It's all. But I have to work out 3 times a week.
Yes. Not
I'm gonna
including
count
soccer.
soccer, man.
No, you
I'm
can't.
gonna count soccer.
You can't.
No. This
That
is
was our
why
tip.
I'm counting it. Okay, wait. Let me. Can you let me speak for a second?
Yeah,
This is why I'm counting because
That's not what
I
I
actually
agreed
play
to.
twice a week. I play Wednesday and Sunday.
That's true.
So those 2 days counts as one. But
Okay,
I'll
that's
tell
fair.
you this: if one of them gets canceled, I have to replace it with a gym day. How about
Okay,
that?
I'll agree with that. Yes, I'll agree with that.
Okay. So if I have to work out 3 times a week with the deal we just made, and if I don't do it, which I haven't even worked out once this week, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm an honest person. I had to go up to a girl and do a stupid pickup line per.
No, of my choice. I had to I have to choose a girl of my choice. Granted, like I'll definitely pick up a girl. I'll definitely pick like a girl that I think Yizzy will vibe with. I think that he would have a girl.
No.
Yeah.
Say it again. Say it one more time.
I said I'm definitely gonna like pick a girl for Yizzy to pick. That's that would be like I think that would be good for him. Think like I at this point I sort of know what Yizzy's kind of attracted to in terms of physique and personality. So I'm definitely gonna pick it out for him. And then he told me if he does not if he does it every single week, then I actually have to do like a push up of a girl. Like I have to go up to a girl and pretty much ask a girl if I can do a push up of her. But like pushing up like a girl in general along with your own body weight is hard. So like I said like, hey, I'll be more open to like bench pressing the girl, or I mean the possibility of pushing up a girl on my back. Like I'll do that. It's whatever.
Of my choice.
Of his choice.
It was going to be if anybody wants to guess in the chat, I was going to get this female.
No, stop.
What?
You're gonna get me in trouble.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying I was gonna pick out.
I can't say anything. This chick that I just matched up with is
a female in the Pokemon space to sit on his back while he does a push up. I was just gonna ask the chat if anybody could guess. That's all I'm saying. Stop trying to divert. Anybody in chat want to think who I was gonna let Shiv do it? Because if I win this bet, this girl has to sit on Shiv's back.
Get out of here, bro. Get out of here. Get out of here. Always trying to ruin my life.
What did they say? Don Diego? Who's
Stop.
Finally Dondi? Wait, what? Spill the tea. I don't know. I'm just letting the chat. There's so many
spilling it. It's not okay.
There's so many women in the community. What are you talking about? I'm just asking chat to randomly guess.
You know what? I'm
Let me start
remaining.
naming women.
I am remaining
Snim,
respectful.
Pokemon Pelago, Bonnie,
I'm
the
remaining
the
respectful.
Mel, there's the Don Diego. They just said it. There's the Why am I missing people? You know, there's a lot of women in the community. You know,
Lizzie, who
I'm
you
just
simping
asking
after?
who they deal with that, huh?
Who you simping after?
Dope,
You.
dope.
Hold on. Let me. No, not Super Duper Danny. Super Duper Danny's a friend of ours.
Oh, Super Duper Danny. Yeah, I could get Super Duper Danny. There's so many women out there, man.
I'm about to go on our messages.
Bro, you'll expose yourself if you get in our messages.
No, because I literally send pictures to you of chicks, and I'm like, go get them, Tiger. Because, like, hey.
Yeah, that's exposing yourself.
That's not exposing me. I'm perfectly, content.
No, he sends me one
I am
picture of
perfectly
this
content and
every
Hold on. You're breaking out, bro. But I will say this. I am perfectly content
After the
and
fourth
confident.
picture, I'm like, bro, stop sending me pics of your girl, bro.
That's his girl. But I will say this. I am perfectly content and confident in my own skills. So that's why I have to be wingman.
Though.
I have
It
to be
good from this angle. Look
I
at
have to
this.
be I have to be
This
Yizzy's
angle, though.
Yizzy, stop interrupting me. I have to be Yizzy's wingman. And the way I do that is by sending him girls that he should talk to. Or he should really talk to. Like, seriously, I think it would be a perfect fit for him. And so that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. So he says that I'm exposing myself, but nah.
Oh my gosh! I'm done, bro.
I'm done.
Okay,
I'm getting out of here.
keep
I'm
going.
getting out of here. I'm running away. No.
You told me to be quiet. I'm being quiet.
No. No, we're not saying nothing. We ain't saying nothing. Sitting here, munching on the McDonald's, waiting for the tea to spill. Man, I just send pictures of chicks to Yizzy so that way he can he's a lonely dude. He's old. He needs to get married. He's 30. Okay, I'm 26. We gotta
30,
find.
dude.
Yes, you are. Get out of here. You're old, bro. We got you're growing old. You already got forehead wrinkles. Bro. We need to get you with a wife. I don't think you can play that. I don't think you can play that. We might get copywritten or striked.
Okay. All right. So we're not even monetized, dude.
It doesn't matter.
It does.
You realize that those strikes can come even way after years
No,
and
they
years
can't
and years
because
after.
I've been striked before. They said this is what they send you an email and they say this video cannot be monetized, but you can still use it as your video.
Okay, but that doesn't change the fact that you're old, bro.
Okay. Shiv with those fighting words.
Whenever we're always talking about girls, I always say age before beauty. So Yizzy always has first dibs. He has he's a single dude, man. He's lonely. He just got himself. He just got himself an Arcanine body pillow. The man's lonely. He spent $499 on that. He lonely.
Facts.
He's lonely.
Facts. 30 is young. See, look at that.
We should make a thumbnail of you and just the Arcanine plush, and that'll be the only that'll be the thumbnail.
And it's gonna be called Thriving 30.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? Man, Yizzy looks 21. Oh, yo, appreciate it. Have you seen that dude on some of these Facebook groups, and he makes a sword and a shield out of energy cards?
Yeah, I saw that. But,
and then he makes glasses out of energy cards. I'm like, bro, this is single for a life pictures. That's gonna haunt you for the rest of your life.
But Yizzy needs a workout. He's 30, man. His metabolism isn't quite what it was back then.
Bro.
When he was having a good time.
Bro, I'm getting cellulite in my abs right now.
He was down in Tampa having a good time, acting as if he was 21. But nah, I came back to haunt him because he's 30. He old.
You want to say that a couple more times? Does it make you feel any better?
You ancient, bro.
I mean, you get 10 more. I'll give you 10 more. Jeez, Ship. Freaking put the nail in the coffin, man.
Hey, man, I mean, you're closer to it. I'm dead. Man, play on words. Let's
Who
go.
laughed at their own joke?
Me, because that was genuinely funny. You just didn't
That
want to
was
laugh
not
because that was
funny,
a roast.
dude.
You didn't want to
Bro,
laugh
that
because
was
that was
not
a roast.
funny.
You know that
Yeah.
was a roast.
That was a terrible roast.
That was a good roast. I know the chat's
That was
gonna
like
like
one of
that.
those roasts.
They're gonna
like,
laugh. They're gonna be, see Kid Amori's laughing. But
One
anyways, guys,
person-
we gotta wrap up this podcast real fast because Yuzi has an important dinner with some family. But guys, I hope you guys have a good eat. I hope you guys have had a good.
Oh yeah,
evening.
hashtag happy birthday, Mama Yizzy.
Yeah, hashtag to Yizzy's mom. Yes. But just to sort of wrap this up, shout out to our sponsors: Prodigy Games, TCG Games, TCG Stadium, Pokemon Network. If anyone out there is wanting to sponsor us, eBay sponsor us, whatnot sponsor us.
Yeah.
We're the two drippiest dudes on the podcast scene. Besides, Jordan Fringe and Real Breaking Nate, they're definitely drippy. And then obviously Subaru Brady's drippy too. But guys,
Barksy's pretty drippy.
yes,
Polish
he is.
pretty drippy. Kid
Yes.
Amori's pretty drippy.
Everyone in here is pretty drippy.
Alex
the
pretty
fits.
drippy. Basic Trainer's
I
pretty
just got
drippy.
my new
Luke is
Hawaiian
pretty
for
drippy.
Vegas.
Chris is pretty drippy.
I just got I got my Hawaiian from Vegas. You want to check it out before we close it out?
Yeah. Let's see it, Shiv. Let's see it.
Dude, people love my Hawaiians.
Oh shoot! Is it the RVSP or whatever?
Roosevelt, bro. Dude,
Roosevelt, yeah.
I've been in good contact with them, and they're definitely excited for me to scoop up something for that event. So I'm trying to get sponsored.
I may do that. They actually have really good. I think Dustin Poirier is sponsored by them.
Probably,
not
it wouldn't
mistaken.
surprise me. But
Yeah.
this is what I have right now. This is the Halloween Nickelodeon version right here.
Dang, dude.
Yeah, you got all the Halloween costumes, and it's spooky.
Are they
season.
at where can you buy them at retail? Are they in retail?
No,
Oh,
no.
real.
But I love their Hawaiians. So, we got this. We're gonna be dripped out Saturday. We got the content coming up soon. But we hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. Make sure you share this podcast on the Instagrams to your friends, to everyone. If you enjoy watching us, or if you don't like watching us for any particular reason, let us know. We want to hear your criticisms, and that's pretty much it. Anything that you have to say to wrap it up?
No, appreciate all y'all. Thanks for tuning in. People that
And
stayed
next week, our guest is going to be Gary Hayes.
Okay. I will be in Houston, so I won't have this set up. But I'll have
not. You're gonna be here. We're not gonna be in Vegas yet.
Oh, next week. That's right.
Yeah,
the week after.
yeah.
We'll
It's
figure
the
out
week after. Yeah. So I'll just call you. What will happen is that I'll just call you direct on your phone, and then we'll just have
Okay,
we'll
that
go
works.
from there. But guys, thank you guys so much. We're gonna no more date talk. No more date talk. We like
We
the
did at the end.
Oh yeah, we
did.
did that. We just got done with it. We wanted to keep this podcast relatively fast because Easy has an important dinner after. So, guys, thank you guys so much again. Finally, you know how we sign out. We like to sips up, deuces, and we're out. So let's go ahead and do that on 3 sips up.
Deuces.
And we're
We're out.
out. Thank you guys so much for joining.
Adios, muchacho.
Bye.